There are 3 things you must master or you will never grow your business. 3 steps between where you are now and where you want to be to create the life you want to live through the business you're trying to create. Only 3 things separating you from victory, from glory, from success, from everything you ever wanted to achieve through your business. And I'm about to give it to you in 90 seconds. Keep that energy. Hey, I Digress listeners, we did it. The I Digress podcast has been making sound waves within the business and marketing podcast communities over the past year, and I'm incredibly happy to announce that I Digress is sponsored by the HubSpot Podcast Network. The HubSpot Podcast Network is the audio destination for business professionals who seek the best education and inspiration on how to grow a business. Yes, I'm talking about your business. Now, you know all of that aligns with the purpose and mission with each episode of I Digress. As the podcast industry is rapidly growing, you need shows you can trust. Listen to value-packed shows just like mine who are dropping business gems on how to elevate your business. From marketing to sales to entrepreneurship to leadership and so much more. Listen, learn, and grow with the diverse, knowledge-rich hosts on the HubSpot Podcast Network. To listen to Level Up, go to HubSpot.com/podcast network. Yeah, you heard that right. I Digress is on the HubSpot Podcast Network. Still gives me chills. I'm so excited. It's because of you, the listeners, who have supported this vision, supported my podcast. We've been on this journey and we have all grown together. I can't believe it. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Whoop, whoop. But you didn't come here for that. You came here for the 3 things you need to grow your business. In this episode, you're going to learn about the 3 modalities that you must master to grow your business: mindset, marketing, and money. Possessing the wrong mindset, coupled with the lack of effective marketing while having little to no cash flow, stops businesses' growth in their tracks if it doesn't kill it altogether. You don't want that. I don't want that. We don't want that. That's why entrepreneurs and SMBs and multi-million-dollar brands hire me to help them do these same 3 things. Number 1, activate your mindset. Number 2, accelerate your marketing. And number 3, acquire more money. All to achieve more growth using strategy. You're going to get a condensed version of my talk at Entrepreneur Summit, where I had the pleasure and the honor and the great privilege to break down the 3 modalities to grow your business. Enjoy.
What's up, digital world? You're listening to the I Digress audio experience with Troy Sandidge. Social media, marketing, storytelling, business, culture, and more. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1.
Let me know if any of this makes sense to you. I want to generate more business. I'm worried about being a failure. I'm frustrated that I'm going at this blind. I can't understand why people aren't buying from me. I am so tired of the peaks and valleys and nothing being stable. I don't understand marketing and social media enough. I am throwing money and time and efforts against the wall and nothing seems to stick. I feel so desperate for big wins that I will try anything, but nothing feels like it's working. You're dealing with not enough time. You're not able to delegate and you're not closing enough leads. All these things come into play with us trying to grow a business. But let me ask you this. How much would it be worth it to you to have that mental taxation removed from you while gaining clarity about your company positioning, your marketing strategy, your business infrastructure, and brand messaging to stop living to work so you can now equip your business to help you work, to create the life you want? In order for us to grow our business, we must focus on 3 critical things: creating a growth mindset, executing growth marketing, and learning to grow our money. And so we're going to learn how to activate our mindset. We're going to accelerate our momentum. We're going to adjust our marketing. We're going to actualize our mission. And we're going to accumulate more money to achieve more freedom and learn how to do all of that in under 30 minutes. But wait, there's more. While all this is happening, we will be eliminating unnecessary risk, eradicating seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and embracing better systems and practices, and energizing every aspect of our business to enter the next level of growth. How does that sound? If you're ready to go, get your notepad out, because I'm about to drop some mega gems, a lot of value. I talk fast, not because I'm nervous, but because I'm trying to give you so much value. I'm so excited to break this down for you on today. The first thing we will talk about is growth mindset. To achieve what we want to achieve, we first have to manifest it in our mind. We have to believe it is possible. For as the mind thinketh, so does our action show. One thing we have to think about as we're growing, we're always going to be processing new information, and we have to also unlearn in order to grow. We can't hoard on to systems or things or ideals or strategies that don't serve us anymore. Maybe it did in the past. Maybe it helped us gain our first million or our first 100,000 or our first $500. But maybe now that strategy, that platform, that process, that audience is no longer serving us. So that requires us to unlearn in order to grow. One thing I really want to make clear in this moment: progress over perfection. Let me paint the picture for you really quick. Oh, I'm just going to write that post, but I didn't feel like doing the words. I didn't have the hashtags just right. I was going to post that video, but my hair wasn't just right, or maybe I made a stumble here and there. You'll notice as I'm doing this presentation right now, I may stumble here and there, but it's all about progress. Progress over perfection. Guess what? I don't care how many hours you spent making that video, that one pamphlet, that new website. If you don't hit launch, if you don't distribute, if you don't articulate and communicate that out to the world, it never existed. It's not there. So we have to get in our mindset, hey, I'm going to update this to a certain point. I'm going to go make progress and launch it. That way, as I'm getting feedback, as I'm seeing what's working, what's not working, I can always update myself. I can always optimize a lot of these different things. But if we don't do something, do the action, nothing happens. Progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. It's impossible to make progress without change. When you level up, you let things go to create space for new things to come on board. So this is very critical and very important to understand as we approach our mindset. 3 steps to develop a growth mindset within your business. Number 1, you want to know the key metrics and benchmarks that matter to the bottom line. Hey, I'm going above and beyond. Hey, how many people liked my post this week? Okay, cool. How many views did I get? Okay, cool. How much was my impressions? No. How much money was generated from the content that I distributed? Can I accredit the content that I distributed to actual dollars and cents? How many people mentioned me without me saying anything? You have to really understand what metrics make sense for your bottom line to see growth. Without the numbers and knowing the numbers, we can't see growth. Number 2, know the SWOT of yourself and your business, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. You need to know both. Because many times we don't delegate enough. Many times we take on more than we can chew because we feel we have to do everything. And people don't care about the how behind the scenes. They want a product that works. They want a service that makes sense, that's going to help them get to where they need to get to go. Understand? So we have to understand where we're strong and wherever we're weak at. Can we apply a strategy? Can we apply a system? Can we delegate someone else or outsource it to alleviate that pressure for us to remain in our genius, in our greatness? This may seem hard up front because, maybe it's upfront costs. But if by the end of the month or by the end of the year, again, we have to invest in ourselves and our business. That's understanding our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And when we can cover all those bases and emphasize our strengths and minimize our weaknesses, oh boy, growth is now possible. And lastly, this is also very critical. Get everyone on board to trust the process, accept the pace, and be data-driven. You want to see growth? We have to track, obviously. We have to apply SWOT, but then we have to make sure, based off that data, based off the information, that we have buy-in by everybody. Whether you're an army of one, you still have family and friends who support you who need to also see that vision. That way they can know, hey, I'm going to be making certain sacrifices now. That may mean I may not go out with my friends, my colleagues. That may mean I may have to renege on a few dates or a few vacations to afford myself to focus on my business to grow. If you have teams, that's a whole nother layer where we have to make sure our team is in alignment and they see the vision of where this business is going. Those are the 3 steps to develop a growth mindset. Without a growth mindset, you cannot grow. This is phase 1, growth mindset. So that leads me right into my next point, which is very critical. The process to grow your mindset, grow your marketing, and grow those pocketbooks is C.L.O.V.E.R. Let me introduce you to my C.L.O.V.E.R business framework. Clarity, leverage, optimization, vision and value, execution, and results. Number 1, you need to be clear about your goals. You need to be clear about your current situation. Let's be real, honest with ourselves. Have we set in place everything that we can to achieve success? What are we lacking in? What do we need more? Write that down and deal with it. Understand it so we have clarity. When we have clarity, we know exactly what we need to do. The second thing, you need to leverage your time. Time is the most expensive commodity that you have. It's very important. It's vital. It's critical. It's crucial that you use your time accordingly. I would rather pay someone else to do something at a higher level instead of me investing all of my extra time to learn how to do it, then redo it because it wasn't up to par, all because I didn't value my time. And it's not just time. Leverage your community, leverage your connections, leverage all of these things. It doesn't hurt to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. Leverage your community. They all have connections. They all are in other networks that if you leverage your community, hey, I want new business. These are my parameters. This is who I'm looking to serve. If you know of anyone, please bring them to me. And now you're creating ambassadors. And now all of these people have their own networks that create ambassadors. And now you're reaching 5 times, 10 times, 100 times the people you could not reach on your own, who are passing along this message of what your business do and who you are and who they should contact to grow your business. The third thing, optimization. Remember, progress over perfection. I'm going to tell you something right now. It will never be perfect. You will never have the perfect anything. What worked yesterday may not work today. What worked today may not work tomorrow. What works tomorrow may not work next month, next quarter, or next year. Many of the things that have happened in 2020 do not apply or work in 2021 and beyond. So you have to come with the mindset and understanding we are always in a state of optimization. The next thing, the V is 2 parts here. You have your vision and you have your value. Now, many people ask me, well, Troy, what's the difference between clarity and vision? Clarity is understanding what you want, what you need to do, what you need to achieve, your great, your SWOT, all those different things. Your vision is the manifestation of what success looks like to you. You need to have that vision of what success looks like. See it in your mind. Close your eyes and understand what does success look like. Maybe for you, that's, hey, I'm making 6 figures. I'm making 7. I'm making 8 figures. Maybe that means I'm making enough money where my business is making money for me, or my side hustle is making enough passive income for me to save up to go on this vacation trip in 3 months. Whatever it is, you need to also manifest that in your mind. And the second thing, value. You hear people all the time to give value, be your most authentic, transparent, honest, real self, but also make sure that you're receiving enough value back. Value is only a limited supply. You only have so much to give out. So understand, again, prioritize your time accordingly. Give value, yes, but make sure you're receiving enough value in exchange for the value that you're distributing. The next thing, execution. You could be listening to this presentation right now. You could be watching all these different things on YouTube, reading multiple books, having conversations, networking. If you don't take what you have learned here and execute, I got to make sure my website's perfect. I have to make sure my one pager is perfect. My LinkedIn is perfect. My marketing is perfect. My branding, my message. If you don't do, nothing can become. Nothing can happen. So we must execute. And lastly, Execution doesn't matter if we don't get actual results. And a lot of that will go back to our milestones, our benchmarks of what we're tracking, how we're tracking, and how we have defined success as. Go beyond just the likes and follows. Go beyond people just subscribing to your newsletter. How many people have paid into the business? How many people have become repeatable buyers of your product or of your service? How many of those same people have been advocates to get you new referrals and new business? There's so many levels to define success, and that's through results. Now, this is a circle because it's not linear. I can have clarity and I can have execution and I can be getting results, but I'm tired and I'm burnt out because I didn't align that vision of, hey, I want success like this. And I need to make sure my physical, my mental, my emotional health are all in check. There's so many levels to this thing. It's meant to be a circle for various reasons. You may have all these things in check. You may have one. You may have 5, 4, however many, again, but we're optimizing as we're going along. Number 2, growth marketing. Troy, what is growth marketing? Growth marketing, by definition, is a combo of marketing, sales, customer success, supporting other divisions or operations within your organization to grow your business. Basically, that means an integrated approach to growing your business and leveraging all the channels available to do so. So we're taking the C.L.O.V.E.R mindset, we're taking the C.L.O.V.E.R business framework, and we're applying it to growth marketing. Obviously, the emphasis is attack. Our approach, our mission, our purpose, our why is to grow. We want to see results. We want to see better numbers, but specific numbers. Now, growth marketing could be for social, could be for subscribers, but I really want to focus this on money, and that's going to be our third section. But I want to focus on money. But first, let's set the premise of my marketing philosophy. Imagination is the engine, content is the fuel, social media is the highway, marketing is the roadmap, sales is the destination, and culture is the GPS. You need to understand, what does it look like? Again, the manifestation, the vision, imagination. Content is the fuel to show, to elevate, to get stuff out there. Obviously, the content is going to be funneled through our social media highway. Marketing is our roadmap of what we think things are going to happen. We optimize and adjust based off culture, based off trends, based off norms, things in our control, things outside of our control. And obviously, y'all, sales is the destination. Introducing my next thing. It's called the D.A.R.T marketing methodology. And it's very simple. Be direct, be authentic, be resourceful, and be tactical. Be direct in your communication. Ask, challenge, tell, entertain. Be simple, clear, and relevant. Be authentic in your messaging. Be relatable. Share truth. Be transparent, honest, and upfront. Be resourceful in your approach. Know your strengths. Capitalize on them. Use what is available to grow. Be tactical in your execution. Activate strategies, build systems, and develop tactics for repeatable success. This is how to implement next level marketing to scale results. D.A.R.T, direct, authentic, resourceful, and tactical. You need all 4 to get to the growth, to get to the place that we want to be. Okay, I digress, listeners. I know I'm not the only one who's like, hashtag the struggle is real when you're trying to grow your business, increase your sales, and expand your network. And it all comes down to those vital details. I'm talking about names, emails, titles, vendors, clients, customers, and those crucial touch points referenced from past conversations. Luckily, there is a tool that readily provides the information we need to reference to keep us on track and be on our A game to get the job done. As you all know, I'm all about eliminating complexity from the business equation to create simple pathways to move your business forward. HubSpot has done that with their CRM tool, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. Instead of having your notes, conversations, data, and follow-ups all disjointed, use HubSpot CRM to create unparalleled alignment within your business to provide better customer service, amp up the quality of your sales conversations, and generate more business knowing you have the best all-around CRM platform at your disposal that can grow with you. Imagine having a live chat on your website to talk to prospects on the fly, or creating personalized content for customizable experiences. Best of all, they have a supportive community and flexible pricing that fits your needs and your budget. Learn more about how you can scale your company without scaling complexity using HubSpot CRM at HubSpot.com. Growing money. Growing money. Who wants the money? Who wants more money? Who doesn't want money? Growing money is hard, but when we create those systems and strategies in place, it's achievable. And we can do it once, we can do it again. And once we have unlocked and figured out this system, figured out this process, then we're not only forecasting our growth, we're exponentially growing. So to increase our money, we must generate more leads to convert efficiently and effectively. So let me introduce you to my third framework, Leads Generator Blueprint. And it goes a little something like this. Lead gen, engagement, authority, demand, and sales. Simple. Let's break this down. How does leads even work? Well, so there's three things you want to focus on. You want to focus on relationship marketing tactics. No one can grow their business by themselves. It's all based off relationships. The relationship of your support system, your family, your friends, your colleagues, maybe your team members, your consultants, and everyone, your vendors, all of that ecosystem. Then the relationship between you and the customer, you and the client, you and people who are advocates, ambassadors for your brand, for your product, for your service. Then the next thing, less broadcasting, more conversation. Now, I don't know about you, but how many times you have seen on social media, maybe you've been guilty yourself. I know I've been in the past where you just set it and forget it. You're just sending content out there to go, and it's all about me, 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 me. That doesn't resonate with anybody. We need to have more conversations. More conversations reap the benefits that we want, creates the opportunity to get more sales, and sales gives you more money, and money creates the life that you want once you figured out how to systemize your business to generate that level of growth that you want. And lastly, build systems around your community, not yourself. You see, many times we'll choose platforms and processes that we're comfortable with. We have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Our audience, our community will tell us what we want, what they need to see. That may mean I need to create video. Well, sure, I don't do video. I ain't about that life. Well, you need to learn or delegate out. If you are really skilled at writing amazing content and you're a long form writer, take that content and read it. And now you got text to video. Boom. There are no excuses in this game. To grow, we have to understand and build these systems for our community. So number one, again, lead gen. You want to listen, you want to create lists, and you're leveraging language to launch. Listen to understand. Create lists of understanding who your audience is. Maybe that's putting them in a CRM system. Maybe that's a spreadsheet. Making notes of who my persona, who I am talking to, and now you're able to create conversations. I know you had this. Oh, this is a really good date. Or you've been a customer for ours for a whole year. All these conversations matter. Listening matters. And you want to leverage language to launch. When you listen to understand as an active listener, now you're able to make customizable content. You're able to really dive in deep with your dialogue and conversations to launch them into your website, to launch them to pay for your product or your service, to launch them to be an advocate to refer more business to you. Engagement. Again, don't spray and pray. We want to engage, have conversations. You want to explore, you want to emulate, and then you want to educate and entertain to enchant. Explore meaning I want to see what's out there, what's working, what's not working. How are people having success? Emulate what you're seeing that aligns with your business. Obviously, customize it to your experience, your language, but don't just create the new wheel. See what's working. That's going to help you understand how do I create my own personal system and processes and marketing and branding and community systems and infrastructure to grow. And lastly, educate and entertain to enchant. It is not enough to educate people about the problem that you solve or the pain points that you solve for. It goes beyond that. You want to educate them about yourself, about your why, about why your business exists. And then also, you want to entertain. You want to make them feel good. We're not just educating people. We are now all media companies as brands to entertain them. Use your community to help grow and entertain. And that's going to enchant them, have the heart of your community, of your client, of your customer to do more for you, to support you in ways you couldn't even imagine. Authority. We must have authority. To establish ourselves as an authoritative brand, we want to ask. You notice when people are in rooms, right? And they ask a lot of questions to people, they're low-key taking on more authority. The perception of value that people are seeing them is of higher up, of higher end. You want to ask questions, get people to talk, tell their stories, tell their pain points, tell their success stories. And the same thing can be applied when you're networking to get leads, to generate more sales. Ask. Then, as you're asking, you want to analyze and connect the dots. Where are my parallels? Where does my business meet them where they are? What is the story? What is the persona? Once you understand that, you want to amplify that by attracting and amplifying to activate. I want to attract the ideal client, but to do so, I must ask questions to find out where they are. I must analyze the data, analyze the areas, and hone in on them. And as I'm attracting them, I want to amplify my message, amplify my why, amplify what solutions I solve to the problems that they just need to get rid of immediately so I can activate them. Activating them into being the customer, the client, the advocate that I need most. Activate. Recruit and activate, y'all. Next thing, we want to generate demand. How do we generate demand, y'all? We want to distribute great content, personalized content, authentic, set ourselves up as authoritative in our brand, establish ourselves as thought leaders in our business, in our infrastructure, distribute great content, and then demonstrate how successful these things are. Why? What's happening? What's working? To demonstrate that is use your community as user-generated content to elevate and advocate for you. Dream big and distinguish yourself to drive. Again, going back to C.L.O.V.E.R and thinking about that vision, right? We want to dream big. They need to see the vision, the big vision, so they can feel like they're a part of it. And distinguish yourself. Be original, be unique, be different, be you, to drive them to buy, to drive them to say yes, to drive them to one up again for another year of your business product or your service. And lastly, sales. Oh boy, we all want sales. How do we get sales, Troy? We done went through all leads already. And we're our last thing. How is sales? What we're going to do? Again, we want to search. We want to search for who all is out there that meets our criteria. Exploring is one thing, but now that we've found and honed in on which areas and communities, we want to search for the gems, the diamonds among the rough, who are our ideal client, ideal price point. Then obviously we want to select. We have to choose among them. Disqualify to sell. Disqualify those who maybe don't want to work with you, who aren't on the caliber or level. I understand desperation is key and money is money, but not all money is good money. So understand and be very exquisite on who you select. And lastly, share frequently and support often to shine. Share the success stories, share the wins. You must share the stories, share all of these things. But another thing that we leave out a lot of times, we could be in our own world. We don't support others. Understand, again, think about our communities. When we support others, they're going to support us. And that's literally making them a part of our network, a part of our marketing team, part of our sales team. So there's enough room for all of us to be successful. We just have to show support. And in doing those things, guess what we're going to do, y'all? We're going to shine. We're going to shine great. People are going to recognize us. They're going to understand us. They're going to see us and like, that brand, that person is phenomenal at what they do. They have a great product. They have a great service. So a recap of actions to leads. Leverage language to launch. Educate and entertain to enchant. Attract and amplify to activate. Dream big and distinguish yourself to drive. And share frequently and support often to shine. Woo! We hear y'all. These are the action points. These are things we need to do to apply leads to generate more sales. And when you add that with D.A.R.T and you add that with C.L.O.V.E.R, you have your mindset, you know your marketing, and you're going to generate the money to grow your business, to create the life that you want to live, that you deserve to live. As a bonus to all of my listeners who have listened to this episode, you can get the full video replay along with an ebook that goes with it with 150 additional minutes of content to help you grow your business. All of which highlights specific past episodes of I Digress that you need to listen to focus on various skills and disciplines to scale up. For those additional resources, go to strategyhackers.com/grow.
And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this episode of I Digress. What was your takeaway? Care to share your thoughts and tag Troy on social media? You can find him on all platforms at Find Troy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review or comment for this episode from wherever you're listening.